All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. And what we're going to be doing today is fixing this intake. So I've taken it apart already, but let me show you guys what I'm trying to do. So my intake tube here is broken, and you can see here I taped it up just so that it's airtight, and it's all cracked up there. So I'm going to go ahead and replace it with this. And I bought a aluminum 45 bend. However, it's not as bendy as this piece right here. This is like almost a 90, but it's not as well. You see it's like really close to it. So what I'm gonna do though, this is too long, and it's way too long. It will look good as a turbo piece though. You can see there. And man, I kind of wish this car was turbo, but I don't know if I want to go that route. Anyhow, I'm going to cut this, and I'm going to trace it like this, and it only needs to be about that long. So you can see there's a lot of excess on both ends, and I'm gonna cut it at an angle as well so that I could kind of maybe be able to mount it at an angle. So even though it'll be like this, it's gonna be cut a little bit angled out. So all right, so let me go ahead and cut these out, and then we'll see if this works. If not, it wasn't too expensive on Amazon. It was like maybe 20 something dollars, so it won't be too big of a loss. And I bought these couplers here, and I'll tell you guys the sizes once I get it all done, and if it fits, then I'll show you guys the sizes of these, or I'll tell you guys so that you could do it yourself too. I think they still sell this, but I'm not running any of the emissions anyways, so I hate when like it just looks like a nipple and you just plug it up. I don't really want to have all these like extra plugs just plugged up. I'd rather just have something straight and cut like this. And yeah, let's see if we could get it working. This area is very tight because of the AFM. It's so bulky and big, and it takes up all of the space here, so you can't even put a filter. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this done and see if it works. All right, guys, so here's the part that I cut, and you can see how much I cut off here. So I had to cut almost 4 inches here, about 3-4 inches. And then at the bottom, I had to nick about maybe 1 or 2 inches. It doesn't look like I cut straight, but I tried to cut as straight as I could. And all I did was try to copy this right here. So it is a 45, but then they're able to go like 90 right here and then add a 45 angle. So I wasn't able to really replicate that, but I did try as best as I can. Let me take these off and you guys can see. All right, and this is what I got here. So it's as close as I could get it, but as you guys can see, it's not too eye roundish. It doesn't have like a teardrop as bad as you think it would, but it should be okay. I'm able to get this on here with a little bit of a protruding here, but we'll see how long that lasts. If not, I might have to figure something else out, but I think it'll hold up okay. It seems okay. I had to do this because the 45, you have to have that angle. If you do a 90 degree, then it goes straight into here, and you really don't have a room for your filter anymore. So unless I could decide on a different filter setup, I might be able to run a 90 degree. But for now, I'm just going to do this because it works out the best. And I'll show you guys my setup once I get it all together. All right, everything is on now, nice and tight. And these T-clamps are way better than your regular just clamps. They clamp on a lot tighter, and these little holes right here tend to cut into the hose. So I like that it did that. And I had to adjust my AFM a little bit. So I adjusted it really high, and it was running kind of rich or lean. I have to double check that, but it was backfiring a lot. And my fuel pump was initiating without the car even being on, and it was because the needle was, you could hear that, and it was because the needle was off of this sensor right here, or this flap. I have to check the ohms though, so I think what you do is you check ground on top of one of these positives, and then you just want to see if you get consistent ohms throughout this whole band right here as you kind of go all the way up. And if you get a cutoff, then that means that it's not really reading correctly, and it might be because this is dirty right here. So this strip right here that I'm touching might be dirty. So yeah, everything seems okay. It's turning off now, and let's try to start it and see how it sounds like. See if everything sounds okay. I'm gonna have to adjust it just a little bit, but I never marked it when I first messed with it, so I don't know where the factory option is. That's kind of my mistake. I should have did that before I touched it, but I've touched it way too many times now, so I have to just kind of figure out where I was before. But man, this intake looks so good like this, and I'm really loving it. I still have to figure out something smaller, because if I ever, once I paint the engine bay, I don't want this intake tube rubbing the paint job here. So it's really tight right here, and I'm not sure. So I might have to actually do a 90 and go like this, and then get a very, very skinny air filter, and that actually might be better than what I have right now. This looks better though aesthetically, because it looks OEM style, or it's flowing real smoothly. Or if you do a 90, it kind of cuts off real weird over here. So this 45 is where it's at for me, but I just wish it bent a little more, like right there. This thing is just way too bulky for the engine bay. But yeah, let's go ahead and get it started and see how she sounds like. She sounds so much better now. So she sounds so much better now. Let's see if she starts revving real high, because that's what was happening before.